friends and family, this is SP News Nugget, and today, you guys, we got a story coming out of Owasso, Oklahoma. And you guys, I'm going to share with you this tragedy that's happened to one of our family members in the SP News Nugget channel. So you guys, be very, very sensitive to this information. This is one of our family members getting hurt. And we want to share this with you because we are a family. Okay, you guys, here we go. Okay, you guys, here's the facts. Roger County Sheriff Scott Walson says someone shot two people in a quiet Owasso neighborhood Tuesday night. The victims are identified as 20-year-old cousin Albert Thompson and Dejan Ross. It happened before 10 p.m. near East 77th Street, north 177th Street, East Avenue. Now, authorities says a father shot and killed his daughter's boyfriend and another man. Here are pictures of two of the gentlemen. Like I said, you guys, these are two cousins, and they're just like 20 years of age. They're still young. Deputies say they were shot by Manuel Quindez, a father whose daughter was in a relationship with one of the men who were shot. Roger County deputies responded to a call about the shooting around 10 p.m. near 76th Street, north and 177 East Avenue. The first deputy arrived at the scene to find Quindez, that's Manuel, outside the car with a gun in his back pocket. He was then detained and later arrested. Deputy found Ross shot laying in the street and Thomas suffering from a gunshot wound, still sitting in the car. Still sitting in the driver's seat. Both of the victims hospital, but later on died. Investigators collected evidence for over 7 hours overnight and say several shots were fired. Angelica Quindeza was at the home and arrested also following the OSBI investigation. But deputies say they believe only the father fired any shots. Manuel is facing 2 charges for first-degree murder, and his wife, Angelica, is charged with 1 count of accessory to a murder. Now, I wanted to let you guys know, it has been reported that, the wife and husband, Manuel and Angelica, is not cooperating. They're telling all kind of stories and it's not adding up. Now, they're both still in there, but you got to remember, there's 2 young men dead. Why? Because the family didn't like them and didn't want them to date their daughter. I mean, okay, now who's going to be watching your daughter if you're both in jail? She can do what she wants. Yeah, they may not be dating your daughter, but somebody's going to date your daughter. And you can't control what your daughter is doing. Now, I'm just going to say we're going to talk about this a little bit. And like I said, you guys, this is going to be a very sensitive conversation because it is a family member of the SP News Nugget family and friends. And so I want you guys to really let us know what you think about what's going on. I mean, because this could happen to your child, my child, just because he's dating a young lady. And if she knew that her parents was totally against, dating out of the race, why would you continue to date out the race? And then, not only that, cause this young man to lose his life. And I just want you guys' input in what's, how you feel about that. Okay? Because I'm going to share with you something here. I have a lot of brothers, but every time something went on in my life, especially if it was something really, really, really bad, I didn't go share with my family members. They'd be like, oh, you got all those brothers. You can just tell them and they handle it. Or somebody would ask me, why you didn't tell your brothers? Because how can I live with myself if one of my brothers get killed because of my foolery? First thing I need to do, and I'm just sharing with you guys because I think that a lot of young ladies need to know, that, it might be cute and funny because your parents don't like the person that you're dating, and you're just doing what you want to do. But if you know that it might be, somebody might get hurt, first of all, you don't keep dating them and expect them to come pick you up at the house. Now, these young boys, they were just dating a young lady, and all of a sudden the father just comes out, and he don't like it, and he mad, and who knows if she told them that he didn't want her to be dating them. She probably kept it away from them, and they lost their life. You have to be very careful who you're dating, and know that, the people around you are not going to be so angry that they're going to take, the law in their hands, and then there they is. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't like to see black and white date. Some people don't like to see, two women date. Some people don't like to see two men date, or a black man date with a white woman, or a black woman with a white man. And if your family cannot deal with that, I'm not saying you don't go date them. I'm saying you need to keep them away. Don't put them in harm. Like, everything is okay. You can come over. You can pick me up. Come over. We finna have a barbecue. And knowing that this family member is really do not like blacks, or do not like whites, or do not like Mexicans, or do not like Asians. If they don't like, that's just like me. If I was dating a white guy, and he invited me to, a family function, and knowing that his family do not like black, people, that would put me in a bad situation. I don't know if they're going to hang me at the end of the night, and I'll be the barbecue. I don't know. So if you are dating someone, and or you make sure you communicate, and you talk to that person, and you say, how do your family and your friends feel about you dating me? Because, my skin color don't change, or my nationality doesn't change, or, whatever they may not like, or my gender doesn't change. How are they going to cope with that? And really know, if they're not going to cope with it, you just say, well, since if they're not, they can't accept me for who I am, then maybe I need to stay away, because, they can hurt you. I mean, that's just the way things are. But we're going to talk about this in the conversation room 101, live at 5 p.m. Central Time. So I want you guys to chime in on this. This is a kind of a open and shut case. It's still, the hurt's going to be there because this is somebody's loved one. But what I'm saying is an open and shut case. We know who did this. The man, or the father, or the mother. So this ain't no, we gotta figure it out who done it. We know who done it. But sometimes we do need to talk about why they done it, and so that we can be safe, and we can tell our kids and our grandkids how to protect themselves. So this is the end of my commentary, you guys. I want to thank you guys for listening, and take some of this into consideration when you're dating. But until then, I will see you Monday live at 5 p.m. So you guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.